against our men. That was really exciting for us to watch a little bit of it and know by the time we started our game that they were going to the Sweet 16. So really excited for our guys, but as equally excited for our players. Just a gutsy win. You know, we've had a lot of these throughout the season, and we got production from different players throughout. I thought our scoring was fairly balanced. You know, we left a few free throws out there that we needed to have, and you know, that's one thing that is a little frustrating because we do spend so much time on those.
Can you just talk a little bit about Tyra's ability to take over for you guys in the second half? And I'm assuming she's done that a lot this year.
She's had to, and that's just really her mentality. She wants the ball in her hands at crucial times and critical possessions, and so that's just you know, who she is as a basketball player, and really embraces the opportunity. You know, when her team needs her, and she senses that. We talk all the time about being in attack mode. I want all of our guards to want to attack the basket and get to the free throw line, and you know, that's been what's so special about this team throughout the season, is our ability to get to the free throw line has been special. And you know, I thought Tyra showed up in a big way. I thought it was a very physical game. She had to play through contact on a lot of possessions, and so I'm proud of her for being able to just kind of keep her composure throughout, because there was no question that there was an opportunity for her to be frustrated, but she didn't allow that to happen. So that's part of her maturity and her growth as a player and as a person.
And then you had that stretch in the second half where you had 4 straight turnovers. What do you tell the team to get them settled down after they lost the lead?
Just that, you know, that I think we lost the lead, and we needed to calm down. And you know, again, we've been in a lot of tight games where we've had to you know, battle back from being down. And you know, with this group, one of the things, they're just resilient, and they know that the next play is going to be the most important play. They have a great feel for what we needed to have happen, and I think we finally you know, settled in. And I think we got Cahill a big 3 there to tie the ball game back up. And then just in the fourth quarter, I think we just had to make plays, and we were able to do that. And then we had to get big stops and rebounds, and you know, we were able to do that as well. But would have liked to have hit our free throws down the stretch and you know, extended that lead a little bit. But you know, sometimes you know, this group likes to make things interesting.
The defense on Griffin down the stretch as well. Just can you comment on that?
Well, you know, we knew that you know, we called a timeout, and you know, one of the things that I have with this basketball team is a whole lot of faith in them. And when we called that timeout, I asked them. We had been playing zone the entire 40 minutes, and we kind of felt like as a staff we needed to go to man and really get up in them and not lose them. But they wanted to stay in zone. And again, you know, give Carly and Tyra credit. You had 2 people chasing her on that last possession. That wasn't ideal because we still gave up an open shot. But you know, what they did do was they honed in on a kid that had 18 tonight and was their best 3-point shooter. And there was no way that you know, she was going to get that open of a shot.
Thank you.
We ought to take this moment to, I know you haven't been at IU a long time, but this is a pretty special moment for this program. And I mean, you were back at U of I even when they were last in the tournament. So
Sure.
if you give some perspective to this, you think, from your...
Well, you know, again, it's really special. And I don't even know if this group has any idea what, you know, they've accomplished this year and you know, tonight. And that's our job, to make sure that we're sort of educating them on the history of Indiana women's basketball. But you know, again, as I said to them, this is their moment, and I wanted them to be great in their moment. And they've played this game their entire lives, and they've been in a lot of great games, and a lot of close games. And this was just on a different kind of level, you know. I wanted them to be relaxed. I wanted them to be excited, you know, they were great last night in our practice. They were really good today. It's hard to wait. Like 9 o'clock is a late tip for us, right? And so just throughout the day, we had a great shoot around, great energy, but we're still a young team, you know, and you worry about that. Also, when you come in and you're on this type of stage, you know, again, it'll sink in, I think, maybe after the season's over, when we go back and we look at some of the things that we've accomplished. But here's the message to them is that this is something that we want to continue to do year in and year out, okay? We want to be on a Monday night in our locker room waiting for Selection Monday. To come on and find out where we're going to be seated, where we're going to be headed, and that's going to be a staple in our program. One of the things I always talk about is the tradition at Indiana, and unfortunately right now it's on the men's side, and we use that in recruiting, that we have a tremendous tradition at Indiana. When you think of Indiana, you think of basketball, but a lot of folks think of men's basketball. They think of the years of Bobby Knight. Now it's Tom and his crew. We want to build our own tradition, and we share that facility in Bloomington with our men, and we get a great snapshot every single day of the work that Tom and his staff and his guys put in, and we work as hard. You know, we've built a culture, I think, that we didn't have a year ago, and it's taken some time, the whole process. You know, this is something that, again, we don't want to be a one-hit wonder. We want to be in this thing for the remainder, you know, and that's what I'm so proud of. But I don't know that the guys in our locker room right now can grasp, you know, what they've done. You know, we told them, and they got pretty excited about it. But I'll tell you something about this group is they're hungry. They want more. You know, we're not going to settle on just this one thing tonight. We're going to keep building this program and hopefully get back to this place year in and year out.
So it's relax and enjoy tomorrow or Monday as well? Is that the message? It's a program, like I said, opportunity,
right, to
play some.
Well, we're gonna enjoy it tonight. How about that? And tomorrow we're gonna get back to work. And this group, you know, I have a tremendous staff, and we work extremely hard to make sure it's our job to make sure our kids are prepared. You know, I got a great group, though, of kids that are very hungry to find the information. I mean, they want to know personnel. They want to dig in X's and O's, personnel, style of play. But I'll tell you this, our kids have watched Notre Dame. I mean, it's, you know, this is a program that we hope to be like. You know, we have so much respect for what Muffet's done here. And, you know, again, they're an elite team, and we know it's going to be an incredible challenge. You know, one of the things about this group, it doesn't matter what the uniform says on the front. You know, the Hoosiers are going to show up and they're going to play. You know, whoever that is, and their competitiveness, their energy level, their focus to detail. You know, they'll bring that tomorrow. There's no question. We'll have them ready for Notre Dame. They'll be excited. It's an in-state game. There's going to be an awful lot of people, I think, that are going to show up to this, especially when you have a team like Notre Dame and Indiana they're going to be facing off. So it's an incredible challenge, but it's also, I think, a special challenge for our group, you know, to play a #1 seed.
You've seen Tyra be pretty tough all season in terms of those drives and getting hit. I mean, does this take it to another level, some of the hits she was taking in the third quarter and the fourth quarter?
No, I don't think so, John. You know, like I said, we've seen Tyra, you know, play through contact, I think, all year. You know, there's times that I I think that she should be able to finish some of those, even though she has to play through contact, and she should finish those instead of coming up short or not getting to the free throw line. I mean, that's one of the things we try to talk to her about. You got two choices. That's either to score the ball or get to the free throw line. But you've seen her play all year. I mean, she's as tough as they come, right? And she lives for moments like this, where we're going to put the ball in her hands and she's going to go make a play for us.
I mean, you talk about it was good she didn't get frustrated by that. I mean, is any part of you frustrated? I mean, about the calls at that point, or?
I was a little frustrated, I did, but I just am protecting my kids. I just felt like they were very physical, okay, and that's we kept talking. We talked about our kids at halftime, and then we talked to them, at every timeout, just about we had to play through that. We couldn't get frustrated. I asked them just to allow me to handle the officials, and they just needed to play. But for sure, I thought that the game was it was very physical. Nothing that we haven't seen, but probably a little bit more physical than I would have liked tonight in terms of protecting, especially a kid like Tyra.
Any additional questions for Coach? Coach, thank you
Great.
very much.
Thank you.